This story was submitted by Evangelina. This happened about 10 years ago. At the time I was dating my now husband, and we had planned a dinner with his family at his mother's house. The dinner was set for a Friday, and being that we were going there after work, we drove in our separate cars. His mother didn't live in the best of neighborhoods, but I wouldn't call it the ghetto by any means. When I arrived with my two sons, there wasn't any parking on her street, so I was forced on the side street next to her house. When I parked, I noticed how odd it was that her street was full of cars, but the part of the street I parked on was pretty empty other than the houses. After getting out of the car, I was carrying my 2-year-old son while my 10-year-old held my hand, when I noticed a white pickup truck driving towards us at a very slow rate. He did not appear to be looking at houses as someone would be if they were looking for a home address. He kept his stare on us. As I kept walking to turn the corner to my mother-in-law's house, he drove right past us and never took his glare off of us. I locked eyes with him as I was in my protective mommy mode, and he turned away and kept driving. After a few hours, it's late and dark outside, and we get ready to leave. My 12-year-old stepdaughter wanted to ride home in my car. I told my husband I would meet him at home since he was still saying his goodbyes and wasn't completely ready to leave. As we walk to the car, I have my 2-year-old son that I am carrying, while my stepdaughter and son are walking next to me. As we turn the corner, I see my car, and I see the same white truck parked right behind it with the creepy guy in the car and his truck still running. There aren't many other parked cars on this particular street, so there should be no reason he is parked right behind my car. I tell the kids to be careful and stay close. As we get closer, his eyes lock with mine. Neither he nor I look away. I see pure evil on his face. His expression never changes, and his eyes staring, making the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. At this point, the kids notice him and start getting scared. For a split second, I questioned if I should walk back to my mother-in-law's house, but for whatever reason, I kept walking to my car. As I get to the back passenger side door of the car to put my son in the car, the guy reaches out his rolled down window to unlock his driver's side door, all the while not taking his eyes off of me as he gets out of the car, and before he had a chance to run up on us, I screamed as loud as I could for the kids to run. I start running with my son still in my hands and my stepdaughter and son in front of me attempting to run away. As I'm running, I turn around, and sure enough, that creep is chasing after us. My 10-year-old is slowing down, and I give him a little push while yelling, "Run! Run!" I was yelling at the top of my lungs, yet no one came out of their houses to help. Right before I turned the corner, I noticed a patch of grass, and thought I was going to lightly throw my son there and let this creep catch me, since he was gaining on us, and as a mother, of course I would rather him hurt me than any of my kids. Right before I did, though, I see my husband run out of the house with his brother, since his daughter made it inside the house crying, telling him someone was chasing us. They ran, and the guy took off before they could even get a glimpse of him. The creep left his truck running, and he was nowhere in sight. We called the police, and when they examined his vehicle, they found his wallet, rope, and Clorox right in the front seat. The cops said that whatever he was planning, it wasn't good. They eventually found him hiding under a car in a neighbor's driveway. They asked my stepdaughter and I to identify him. We were so shaken up, and just seeing him made us so upset. He was taken away, and I couldn't sleep for days. I later found out after his arrest, his fingerprints came back as a suspect in an unsolved murder. Even after all these years, it still scares the hell out of me. If you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. If you would like a chance to have your story featured in an upcoming video, make sure you check the description for information on how to submit your stories. I hope you're all having an awesome weekend, and for everyone watching the Super Bowl, I hope it's a good game. I'll catch you in the next video, and just remember, it's always scarier if it's true.